Shalom. Kol Halor Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elder bishops of Great Millstone, the elders, prophets, teachers, evangelists. Shalom Barakatham. Shalom to the speckled bird, confused face, the Akim and Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. I'm back again with another video, and I pray that you be edified with it. And we're going to entitle this one, Believing in Him is a Gift of Faith. Believing, hope I'm saying that right. Believing in Him is a gift of faith. There's no better time than now to praise Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I don't care what you have going on in your life. The most important thing is you can do is do this work and praise Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You praise His name because His name is worthy of being praised. Having the gift of faith is one of the greatest things that you can have on this earth in doing this work. And believing in Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. There's nothing more better, nothing more special. And with this gift, you better do all you can, because you can never do enough. I've learned that you can never do enough, because there's so much to do. But you can only do what the Lord has put upon you to do. And you do it with passion, with pride, and with all your might, with all your heart. And you do it with respect for the name of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. So I got some scriptures. I'm not going to make this a long lesson. And I wanted to bring out a couple of scriptures, because in believing in Him is a gift of faith. Believing in the Most High, you cannot go wrong. I'm speaking from experience in my young time in this, and I'm just an infant in this. This is why I give reverence to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, because from the elder apostles on down Salakia, because they are who I learned from. There's an order in this thing, and if you don't respect order, you cannot grow. And if you're not growing, then your lack of believing in faith will decrease. And in so many ways, Yahweh Bashin, Yahweh Shai, give it to somebody else who's worthy of it. You don't want that. If you're serious about this, you want to continue to grow in this. So with that, man, I didn't want to do too much talking. Like I said, let's go ahead and get some scriptures. Let's get straight to it. Acts 21 and 20. And it reads, And when they heard it, they glorified the Lord and said unto him, Thou seest, brother, how many thousands of Jews there are which believe, and they are all zealous of the law. And what is zealous? Let's get zealous. Let's see something here. Spell that. Okay. That's what I thought. Zealous. Zealous, showing great energy, enthusiasm in pursuit of a cause of object. Now let's see if we can get that in the Greek. As we are taught, it's very important, super important that you look up words. It's part of your job to look up words. to get the proper understanding. Because if you're teaching and you want to teach the right way, how can you teach the right way if you don't understand the true meaning of words that you're teaching?
Strong's G 2207. Zelotes. Zelotes.
Zelotes, like the zealots, zelotes. And this zealous means one burning with zeal, used of the Most High as jealous or any rival in sternly vindication his control, most eagerly desirous. That's what I to acquire a thing. So that's kind of what I got out of it. So yeah, that's what zealous is. Let's go to chapter 24 and 14. It reads, "But this I confess unto thee, that after the way which they call her hearsay, so worship I the Most High of my fathers, believing in all things which are written in the law and in the prophets, and have hope toward the Most High, which they themselves also allow, that there shall be a resurrection of the dead, both of the just and the unjust." I'll read it in the NLT. "But I admit," this is Acts 24:14, "but I admit that I follow the way which they call a cult." That's right. Cult is it's not a derogatory word of something that's bad. It's I think it. Hold on. Let me. Let's get it. Let me see. Let's go to the etymology. Again, we're here to look up words. Cult, worship, homage. That's what I thought it was. But that's why I looked it up, because I didn't want to tell you what I thought I knew versus what it is. Worship, homage. It's to pay homage. The cult is to pay homage, huh? To care. Cult is to care. Labor. This is what Paul is talking about. He's talking about care and laboring. And he's talking about worshiping. Who? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what he's talking about, worshiping. You know what I'm saying? "But I admit that I follow the way which they call a cult. I worship the Most High of our ancestors, and I firmly believe the Jewish law and everything written in the prophets. I have the same hope in the Most High that these men have, that he will raise both righteous and the unrighteous." So the Most High has the power to raise up the righteous or the unrighteous. He has the power to deal. He has the power to deal with the left hand side and the right hand side, because he is all power, and he handles and he deals with both sides. That's something that you wacky tacky Christians don't understand, because number one, you don't look up words and you don't truly study. You try to piggyback and you go off a hearsay, like the scriptures say. But I confess that call hearsay. So, you know, that's how you worship. You worship what the devil says to worship, and that's what you admire and you appreciate. Let's go to Sirach, and that's another thing too. You don't study or read the Apocrypha, and because of that, you're way behind. Because the Apocrypha is the connector of understanding the Old Testament and New Testament. So you sell yourself short. Sirach 32:24. "He that believeth in Yahweh taketh heed to the commandment, and he that trusteth in him shall fear never the worst. That's I mean, I can definitely I and to break it down, I would say that uh, once I started believing in this word, because I heard the word um, and had faith in it, everything that came, whether I didn't know the whole book, but everything that, and I don't necessarily know the whole book now, but you study to show yourself approved. But everything that's in this book, whether I knew or didn't know, I go by. So if I didn't know about a law in the book, and I know now, that's what I go by. That's what I believe. That's what I understand to be true, because this book is true. And to learn this book, you're in the truth. You understand what I'm saying? It's just that simple. So, you can be like, well, so-and-so, this, that, and the third. But the book sets things straight. So when you read it out of the book, that's it. That's the fact. That's it. There's no changing, because you're not supposed to add. Well, not supposed to. You don't add or subtract to this book. And you doing that, Yahweh is going to destroy you for that. A lot of you cats, man, y'all got a lot to answer for. And I ain't talking about Esau. I'm talking about you, Jake, man. Just like the scripture, here's a perfect scripture right here. I haven't read this in a while, but this is John 3:16. For Yahweh, Salakia, for the Most High loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever, Salakia, believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Now, when you first hear that, if you don't understand words, then you're not going to know what this scripture is talking about, other than what you think it says when it just says the world. But you don't study enough to understand that the word world has different meanings. And you don't understand history, that English was not the first language at all. So what was the language before that, when it was translated into that? And what does that word mean? Whosoever. What does that mean? I'm not going to go into it, because we went over this plenty of times already, and you should know or understand, because this is something that the Christians would love to use to try to combat and destroy a doctrine that they knew nothing about, only for them to get cut real deep. So when you hear it and when you get the true understanding of it, you got some, when they do get the true understanding of the true breakdown of that scripture, they still buck up against it. That's because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is blocking them from understanding it. And they truly don't believe. They truly do not have the gift of faith. And they're very carnal. That's what that means. And it allows you to see automatically what type of person you're dealing with. Now, in the beginning, when I was super excited about the scriptures, I wanted everybody to understand. My family, anybody I came across, my friends, my loved ones. But Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai didn't want everybody to understand. So this would allow me to bump heads with a lot of people that I love. And it don't even make me realize that the people that I love don't truly love Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and don't really have the faith, and they don't believe like I do. That's what it made me realize. And then the Most High started to sift me away from the ideologies and the mentality of a lot of my friends and family. And kind of almost put me on an island by myself, like kind of almost similar to how John the Baptist was. I mean, not John the Baptist, but John the Revelator was, St. John, to for him to reveal. But for me, is to learn this truth, to cut everybody out and learn this truth on my own. John 7:38, he that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. And what is rivers of living water? This truth. This truth. It's not hard, man. It's not hard, but it's impossible and difficult if Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is not dealing with you. Just that simple. Last scripture right here. Titus 3:8. This is a faithful saying, and these things I will that thou affirm constantly, that they which have believed in the Most High might be careful to maintain good works. These things are good and profitable unto men. What men? Men of Israel. So I threw something out there for you to get understanding. I Baruch to you edified, man. Call Halor Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakak Radash, Shalom, salutations and double honors again to the elder apostle, great millstone, and Shalom to the elect. Until next time, I say Shalom.